Hello, welcome to my channel. It's Simone, and I'm happy that you are joining me for another Journal with Me layout. And just just to tell you how stupid one can be, if you don't turn on your microphone, you have to do a voiceover twice, maybe sometimes. So, there was a prompt on the Cocoa Daisy Planner Challenge that challenged me, which it was looking back accomplishments this summer. And when I read this for the very first time, I was like, okay, not gonna do this. This is not something I would enjoy. But since I am actually posting the photos to the Cocoa Daisy Planner Fans group every day, and I need to find some kind of introduction to each of the prompts. I was intrigued when I wrote that, and I thought, well, you could just do a summer bucket list in retrospective. So I went through all of my Daisy Doris from the past few months and wrote out a list of things that we did during the summer. So it's like we did all of this, but we didn't plan on doing this. This is just what happened, or some things were planned, some things happened, like the hurricanes or the solar eclipse. But that's just like a two-page overview over all the things we did in the summer. So I wrote it all out on a notepad and counted them, and it was actually 15 things. And then I had already planned out the design of my journal. If you are going back to my last Journal with Me video from last Tuesday, I show you how I started planning out the pages that are left over once I'm done with the memory planning spreads, the weekly memory planning spreads. So this is a day in the life card from the August Day in the Life kit from Cocoa Daisy, and it says farewell summer. And I thought this would work really well with this challenge topic. So I want to use this as a title, and the summer is too wide to put it on to the left side, and I also want to use both parts, so I really needed to spread over to the right side, and so I decided to cut off the R, that tile, and put that on the right side of the notebook. And I'm cutting apart the pages, not the pages, the pieces that are going to would cover the crease, because then the notebook will open and close much easier, and it's easier to work with, and it's not going to bulk up as much. It will bulk, everything you add to your papers will bulk your notebook, but it's not as bad. So I'm layering strips of the, again, exclusive paper that was also in the Day in the Life kit. I didn't do that. I didn't use all of the Day in the Life stuff on purpose. That just happened by accident. I usually just put all of the things, the Day in the Life kit, the planner kit, the planner add-on kit, in one big box, and then I work from that. So I feel that I need something underneath the S. It's very light and I need it to stand out more, and so I found this flowery cluster thing die cut that I could easily layer and also cover the starts of those both of those pattern paper strips. And then I found I pre-picked some of the die cuts that I thought might work on this spread. And now I'm going through all of my stickers looking if I could find something else, because I really liked that write it down, but it didn't work really well there. And then I found the same expression on the sticker sheet, and that works much better. Then I found that this and that tab sticker, and I really like that one. I really have to use it somewhere in this journal, but I remembered that there was a summer bucket list sticker on the tab stickers, and I then decided against this and that and for the summer bucket list. And I also really like that red splash of color on the left there. Okay, so the summer is there, and then I have this shelf created by the pattern paper strip, and I really I want to have that shelf there, but there needs to be something. So I am trying to test the stamp. It's new and I need to prime it somehow. And so I tested it and I found that the color pooled a little on the stamp and I didn't get a crisp impression. And so I just used my StazOn and eraser to prime the stamp beforehand. Now I'm pulling out stamps for my number stamps for my list. I have 15 items on the list and I just counted. I figured out that the number would cover 3 lines. This is the innermost pages of the Daisy Dori. Those are always lined. So I knew that the numbers would cover 3 lines, and so I just counted them out and figured out how many I would get on the left side. I knew I needed a column, and I just wanted to make sure that I wouldn't put like 10 on the left and 5 on the right. I wanted to spread it out evenly. So I'm stamping out 1 through 8 on the left, and then I used my ruler to divide the block into 2 halves. I didn't want to have the middle right where the crease was, because that is not the actual middle of this design. The actual middle of the design is the middle of from the left to the right edge of the pattern paper strips there. So, okay, I am also thinking that I want to finish this off with an embellishment cluster at the bottom. And unfortunately, I did not know that I didn't have enough memory on my phone. So I didn't get to film the process of me writing. But since it's really very boring, I'm just going to tell you what I did. So I wrote out my list that I just gathered before. You saw me do that. And then you already saw me put that cloud die cut that is in the top right on there, and I just glued it down because I really liked filling out that block. And then I made sure that I wrote also in block script so that it looked like a solid block on the left. And then the only thing that I added to the right is that little tiny embellishment cluster with this one die cut that says goodbye summer, and I repeated the pattern paper from the top. So yes, I really love this little summary from our summer. I really love that I took on this challenge and created a spread in my September journal. So what I show you here is that when I stamped the gray arrow, it didn't stand out enough, and I wanted to use that remember pointer finger thing. And I knew that if I was going to stamp it up there, since it was different layers and all of this, it would be hard to stamp. So I decided to use white cardstock, stamp this out on white cardstock, and just fuzzy cut it and glue it there, just like a die cut. You would add a die cut. And then I decided that since I could just do that for the gray arrow and cover the arrow up, so those both would be the same, because I love having things that are the same kind of things. So if I stamp on white cardstock and fuzzy cut, with one stamp, I'm usually doing that with the other one as well. And then it's finished. Thank you so much for watching. There is a couple of more September videos on screen right now. I would love for you to keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I hope you will go and do your own retrospective summer bucket list. I bet you will be amazed how many great things you actually accomplished and did during the summer. I will see you next time. Until then, bye!